What's going on, guys? Thursday, time to go over the NFL for another week. We're looking at NFL Week 6 this week. If you guys are new to my channel, I go over every single game, every single week. I do the college and NFL games. Of course, the videos for the college predictions come out on Wednesdays. So if you want my opinion this week on every single game in college football, go check out that video after you guys watch this one to the end. In both of these videos, of course, I got you guys with the whiteboard winning free picks. Doing pretty good. 7-3. We sit at a 70% winning rate this far throughout the football season. But among that record, guys, we are 4-0, believe it or not. We are 4-0 in the NFL. I have not missed a whiteboard winning free pick in the NFL yet this year. We did skip week 2 when we had Sean Higgs as a guest here talking NFL week 2. So that's why we've only had 4 picks in 5 weeks of NFL. I think I got you guys another winner today. If you guys are new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. Would appreciate that. You know, week after week here, I've been looking back at the numbers. These videos are getting thousands of views every single week. If you guys can get that like button to 500, I'll come right back to the comment section, pin a comment at the top of the comment section with my very best premium pick for the entire week. Again, out of thousands of you guys, if just 500 of you can take a split second and just click that thumbs up, I'll come back here and bless you with 2 picks, the whiteboard winning free pick, and of course, my best premium pick. You see it on the bottom of the screen. If you guys just want to cut the BS and get right to my premium picks, obviously I go over every game every week. I don't bet them all, okay? Nobody does. So if you actually want to know the bets that I'm going to submit my own money on, you can get those picks on the website. Link to my website, danspicks.net. It's down in the description. It's on the homepage. It's all over my YouTube platform. So again, you can just Google it, whatever you want to do. If you're interested, we did have a winning week last week. If you want my full recap video, that came out on Tuesday. Is what it is, guys. Let's get to the games. Usual stuff. We're going to use FanDuel. So let me grab it, man. Let me grab it. FanDuel. Where is my FanDuel tab? There it is. Beautiful. So again, the reason I like doing this in real time with FanDuel or any sports book is I know some of you guys might look at this video closer to Sunday, but at least this gets me a little bit closer to you guys in terms of getting you updated numbers. I could come on here and make graphics and banners and stuff like way earlier in the week, but things change and I don't know. It's just kind of gimmicky. I think this is pretty easy to show you guys the most up-to-date numbers that I'm looking at. Let's get after it. Let's go. I'm pumped. I feel great, man. I actually feel so good about the NFL. I feel good about college too. I mean, besides the 2 teasers or the 2 parlays that went south last week, 8-3 straight bets on fire right now. So I'm seeing the board well. I like these games. Thursday night, 49ers laying 3.5 on the road against Seattle. Lay it. I mean, really? What are we doing here? Seattle is disgustingly bad. Pathetic. And I went to school at West Virginia. I love Geno Smith. I like the receiving core, but DK Metcalf, undisciplined, can't trust him. He'll probably fumble again in this game. You got shredded by the Giants, and now we're expecting them to stay within a field goal against the 49ers, who are a little bit healthier this week, probably a little bit more mentally engaged. I mean, they're 2-3. This 49ers team, it's not like we're going to catch them in a flat spot. The offense is going to have just about everybody. Is Seattle going to score as well? Yeah, probably. They're going to score as well. I mean, the Niners have had some defensive problems. Geno with his weapons in the passing game is a pretty deadly offense. I like Seattle's offense. I just don't like the overall roster and team enough right now to assume they're going to keep it within a field goal to San Francisco. Generally, division games, Seattle, what have they lost 2 in a row? They're catching a field goal and a half. Looks tempting to take that 3.5. Looks like bait to me. I'm not going to take the bait. I'll lay the 3.5 points with San Fran. Jacksonville, Bears, London game. I think the wrong team's favored, man. I mean, is it crazy to think Jacksonville can't go on a little run here and kind of get back into the season? I think the wrong team's favored. I don't trust Caleb Williams. Jacksonville might be the most elite team that plays overseas. They just somehow always feel comfortable and look just fine over there. Caleb Williams going overseas. The Bears, are we starting to get a little high on the Bears here? And I liked the Bears last week, but it doesn't say much based on their opponent. I like the Jags here. I think the Jags win, but you're going to give me a 1.5. I'm going to take the 1.5. So give me that 1.5 for the Jags. Commanders, Ravens. Well, the whole entire universe is just falling in love with Washington. No? Am I wrong? I mean, guys, let me know in the comments. Am I wrong? I feel like everybody loves the Commanders right now. Everybody's speaking so highly about them. The Ravens defense looks like it has some issues. So we're thinking the Washington offense and how good Daniels has looked that they can't stay within 6.5. Exactly. It looks too easy, too good to be true. I won't be touching a public underdog. Give me the Ravens. I'll lay the 6.5. I think they win this one pretty convincingly. I think Washington's got to come back down to earth a little bit, man. This football team's not that good. Their defense is horrific. Baltimore is going to score at will. And if one team can get just a couple of stops, it's going to be the Baltimore side here playing at home against a Washington team that just, I mean, this guy's due to make some type of mistakes. If he throws an interception to Humphreys or somebody back there, it wouldn't shock me. Give me Baltimore. I'll lay the big number. I think they win this one pretty comfortably. You could also look at the over. I don't think it's crazy to think that this is, 40 to 30. I mean, 70 points in this one. I don't know, something insane. I really think the Baltimore offense is just going to score just about every single drive. I'll lay the big number with Baltimore. Tampa Bay Saints. So kind of the theme of this week, in my opinion, is injuries, right? This is a big one. I mean, oh my gosh, actually, I got to go run and grab a piece of paper. I have look ahead lines. I got some other just numbers that I want to read you guys. And it does play into a game exactly like this. So let me run and get that. I'll be right back. We'll go over some numbers and some money splits in more detail for some of these games. So the look ahead for this game was actually New Orleans -2.5. Obviously, there's injuries, quarterback injuries, and a lot of the rest of the roster for the Saints is just not looking good. Look, it's never fun to try to chase a game that you think is the right side, but you just know you're losing value on the line. That's kind of what we have here. I would have loved this at a pick'em, -2.5, or even minus a flat 3. 3.5, it's starting to get just a little bit scary. Not scary enough. I'm still going to lay the points with Tampa Bay here. I think Baker will do just fine. I think the Saints offense is going to struggle to score in this one. And look, in the last game, the Bucs defense looked horrific. I'm not a Todd Bowles guy. I don't like him. I don't like that coaching staff. I think they got just too much talent for this particular game. I'll lay the points with the Bucs. Next game down. How do you bet a game like this? I mean, how do you do it? In fact, let me double check. Is this the whiteboard winning free pick of the week? It is not. It is not. I forgot which one I ended up putting up there. 9.5. I don't know. If it gets to double digits, do you maybe take a chance on Cleveland? I can't. I mean, speaking of injuries, the injury theme continues here. The Eagles are much, much more healthy, especially offensively. I just don't know how offensively the Browns can keep up. Maybe their defense shows up a little bit here. But I don't know, man. The Eagles are eventually going to get separation. Cleveland's got big problems. I just don't think offensively they can score enough here. They can't keep pace as long as it's a single-digit spread from what I've seen out of the Browns. This is an Eagles spot. Give me the Eagles. I'll lay the 9.5. Don't really want to go past that number. And would love to be holding a ticket at like 6.5 or something. It's Eagles or pass. You cannot bet the Browns right now. You cannot do it. Don't do it. Now, if the Browns win this game, the NFL is for sure rigged. Next game, Colts Titans, 2.5 point spread. I think this line is just so unbelievably accurate. I mean, that's exactly where it should be. I think the Titans win. I think they win a close game. It's hard to trust Levis, but they're much better. I don't really like what I'm seeing from the Colts. I'm going to lay the 2.5. I want to look at the money splits for this one. By the way, the look ahead line, my bad, I just moved that. The look ahead line for this one was a pick'em. So we've had a little bit of movement on the Titans here, and I think it's the right side. Let's look at the money splits. Let's see if everything is correlating here. Where is this game? Colts. Here we go. There is an even 2 out there as well. Yeah, I mean, the money splits look good. In terms of the spread right now, 48% of the money is on Tennessee. Or I'm sorry, 48% of bets on Tennessee. So a little bit below half of the wagers on the spread have come on the Titans. but 65% of the money. So that looks good. But also in a game like this where you're talking a very, very low spread, most of the handle of the game will actually be on the money line and not the spread. And that looks just fine as well. In fact, it looks much better because we have a very public underdog here with the Colts. 65.2% of wagers made on that money line have come on the Colts. Only about half the money. So there's some sharp action on both the spread and the money line. The markets are correlated with those money splits. I think everything looks just fine. I like the Titans in this spot. It's just one of those games where you almost have to just cover your eyes and plug your ears and hope that Levis doesn't play like he did in certain games, because he single-handedly can cost the Titans another win. If he plays good here, I think the Titans win borderline comfortably. I mean, they could easily win here, almost by a touchdown, I think. I'm on the Titans. Give me the Titans in that one. Next game down, Houston Patriots. Very, very tough to bet. The Texans without Nico Collins is just a wildly different team. Singletary as well. Super low total. Texans defense, I wish it was a little stronger, and I would really like that under at 38.5. And I do still like it. I do still like the under. I would play the under, but it's just I wish I was a little more confident in the Texans defense. I have some weird feeling here that the Patriots are gonna, and they looked horrible against Miami last week, and I was on Miami, and all that's good, but I feel like they're gonna get like 13 to 16 points somehow. And the Texans, I definitely think, can get at least 20 here, even with their current roster. So I'm a little scared that something at the very, very end of the game is going to make this total go over. I'd still play the under. I'd still lay the 7 points. I just don't love either. Interesting game, though. Cardinals and the Packers. Another interesting game, and it's just like a wild card. I mean, realistically, what are we going to get out of Arizona? If we get their A performance, their A+ performance, they can steal this game outright. Arizona is a live dog, and Arizona is absolutely also in the conversation to get nuclear bombed in this game. I'll lay the points with the Packers and just hope that the Cardinals aren't like totally on their A game. I do think the Packers are healthier this week. I like them at Lambeau. I like the fact that the Cardinals stole the game last week, coming off that big win. I think they're going to be very, very public. Let's see where the money is on this one. Let's look at the money splits. By the way, the look-ahead line for this one, where is it? Where was that game? Cards and Packers. Look-ahead line was 5.5. Interesting. A lot of people have it power rated, more of like a full touchdown. Opened it a 5. I think it got up to a 6 at one point. It's been bet back down. Everything looks okay in terms of that. But let's look at the money splits on this game. Are people all over the cards? Yeah, I guess you could say that. About 60% of the bets on the spread are on Arizona. Only half of the money, 50%. So a little bit of sharp action on Green Bay here. It'll be interesting to see where this line actually finalizes by Sunday afternoon. But I do like Green Bay here. I do like Green Bay. I think they're going to get the job done. I think their D steps up. Interesting game. It's hard to bet on this Cardinals team. You almost want to just like totally fade them on an alt line, or you want to take them straight up on the money line as a dog and take the points out of it. They're either going to win this game or get blasted, in my opinion. Chargers, Denver. Another game here, guys. I mean, this has got to be maybe the most public one of the week. It's got to be close. Let's look at the money splits for this one. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, 65% of bets made on that game are on Denver, man. People are falling in love with Denver. I like Sean Payton. I kind of like Bo Nix, and I like the defense. Chargers off a bye, much healthier here. They're the better team. So despite all those bets being placed on Denver, they only got about 54% of the money. Definitely some sharp action on the Chargers here. 2.5. Sure. Thank you. I'll take it. I'll lay the points with the Chargers. I think they go to Denver and get the job done. And if enough Denver money comes back into this market to knock that money line down, do not lay the points. If that gets under like a minus 145 or even a minus 150, I think I would just cut the BS and go straight to the money line, take the points out of it. At the end of the day, we're looking at a game with a point total of only 35.5. I don't like laying points in those types of games. It could be a 1-point margin. Pittsburgh Steelers, Raiders. This is your free pick of the week, guys. Let me put it on the screen here. Boom. Steelers -3. Now, why did I choose this game to be the free pick of the week? What do you get from the Steelers, man? This team they got, from a box score perspective, from the eye test, they got crushed by a very injured Cowboys team. Now, on the same token, the Raiders stink. I think Pittsburgh's a better team. I think they're capable. I think they deserve to be a favorite on the road here. 3 is a little bit sketchy. The total is low. The Raiders stink, man. I don't like their quarterback situation. And Pittsburgh's just one of these teams. It's like, it's just a very, very bland offense. So this is just a team that I refuse to bet on. I bet last week, we had some live action on the Cowboys. We had some live action on the under in that game. We had an alt spread. We did put the Steelers in an alt line parlay up at a much, much higher number. Because they are competitive in these games, but like trusting them to actually get the job done by 3 on the road, a little bit sketchy. I think, though, coming off a loss and really an embarrassing loss, where you were just continuously gifted by the Cowboys screwing up in the red zone, I just think they connect a little better here. And I think the pressure for Justin Fields to play just a little bit better with Russell Wilson getting close to maybe being in the conversation, I like Pittsburgh here. I think they can get the job done. And maybe leave Pickens off the field, man. There's some weird chemistry going on with him. He runs his routes slow. It's almost like he doesn't want to be there. That's no good. So that's why it's the free pick of the week, because it's just such a shitty game to bet. I don't recommend betting that one. But hey, I like it enough. We have not missed a whiteboard winning free pick all year. Pittsburgh -3. Let's get us to 5-0. Let's go. Next game down here, Falcons and Carolina. I don't know, man. I don't know. Are we ready to lay almost a touchdown with this Falcons team? Are we ready? They've gotten a little better. I mean, with every passing week, Cousins is going to get more aligned with the system. The Panthers are bad. I don't know, man. 6.5. This feels like the Giants last week in Seattle. A 6.5-point spread where you think the favorite is so much better, but I don't know. I feel like this is a Carolina cover. They ain't winning this game, but I feel like it's a cover. Falcons love their close games. Their coach sometimes passes on field goals and gets a little bit greedy. Those types of decisions could haunt you in a game like this. I don't know. I think I want to take the points to Carolina, but the Falcons, they're definitely trending upward. And Carolina's horrendous. Their defense is horrible. I could easily see the Falcons having a big day offensively. Just something feels weird about this game. Feels like one of those games where the outside influence and all the money of this huge industry that we call sports betting nowadays. Maybe this one has some interesting things that happen at the end just to get it back under the number. I'm not too worried about an upset here. The spread, a little worried. Lions, Dallas. Interesting. So we have an interesting angle, okay, with the Lions getting screwed when they play the Cowboys. If you guys remember last year, I think they're the better team. I think they can stop the run. Dallas has no run defense. I feel like they're a little too one-dimensional for me. The Lions are much more balanced offensively. We know they're going to pass all over the Cowboys defense. And I do think Montgomery and Gibbs can have a good day on the ground too. If somebody can get a stop, I do feel like it's going to be the Lions. The injuries are just too, maybe. I think there's a tiny chance for Parsons. Pretty sure everybody's out, man. Lawrence, Parsons, Bland, all them guys, man. That is not good against a Lions team. I like the Lions here. I think a field goal's, I think it's doable. Lay the points. I can't trust the Cowboys. Cowboys off that heroic win. Yes, despite the close score, and like I said earlier in the video, they technically beat the crap out of the Steelers. I mean, if they were connecting in the red zone, they would have won by like 24, 27 points. I just think the Lions here, It's just a whole different animal. And I get it at home, and I get the losses at home, and it's like they're due for one. And the Lions' defense against the pass is bad too. I mean, can Dak come out here and throw for 350, 3 touchdowns? Yeah. Is he gonna? He might. Is that still enough to stay within 3? Probably not. I'll lay the points with the Lions. I'll go over. Bengals, Giants. I mean, what are we doing? The Bengals are horrific. And that loss last week, that has got to take the air out of the sails, man. It's a little bit concerning that the Giants are off of a win, but who are we to lay 3.5 over a field goal with a team that is horrendous defensively? You could make a case that they're the worst in the league. I think they're going to score on the G-men here. I think offensively they'll do okay. But even with that dinking and dunking stuff that the Giants do, a pretty good head coach, home field advantage, primetime Sunday night football, maybe Cincy escapes with a game-winning field goal. I think I'd have to take the 3.5 with the Giants. Let's look at the money splits for that one. Let's bring up the money splits for this one. What are people betting on this? I am curious. I feel like people are still on Cincy, no? I feel like people are still going to be on Cincy. Yeah, they're on Cincy, man. Cincy's public as crap. Not good money splits. 3/4 of bets are on Cincy. Only 68% of the money. That's not good. And that's on a pretty tight spread. How about money line splits? Giants only have 22% of bets on the money line, but almost half of the money. There are some people thinking the Giants are going to win this game outright, and I don't think that's out of the equation. I'd probably play the over. I'd take the points with the G-men. And we got the Bills here, the Bills and the Jets. Interesting spot. Let's bring up the money splits for this last game as well. Look ahead line was -2, pretty much the same. By the way, Cincy look ahead line was -5.5 versus the Giants. So that's come down quite a bit. A lot of the other games are, about where they were. Atlanta look ahead was a -3. We saw that obviously up at 6.5. Not a whole lot of movement. Colts, they were a -2 look ahead line. Obviously, they're a small dog now. So there's a couple games with some interesting movement here. But this last game, this Monday night game, money splits for this one. And boy, when you just take numbers and data and eye test and all these things out of it, there is an X factor in this game. And that's the Jets with the whole coaching thing. And I don't think that's good. The money splits look okay here. 37% of bets against the spread on the Jets, 45% of the money. I think most of the money though is this is a money line bet here. I think most people betting this game are on the money line, and the money's on the Buffalo Bills here. 66% of bets on the money line on the Bills, 69% of the money. Nothing alarming here, nothing crazy. I just think the dynamic right now in the Jets is just not good. Is their defense going to play good here? Home game in Jersey, Monday night? Yeah, their defense is going to be pretty good. Was Josh Allen horrendous last week? Yeah, the Bills overall looked like trash. It's always concerning having Aaron Rodgers and a good defense. I mean, that combo alone can beat anybody. You could argue, off the coach being fired, that they have a little bit of a morale boost and they're really motivated and give, 110% versus 100% in this particular game. I just think the offense has problems. I do think Josh Allen, the turnover, interceptions, fumble, something, he might screw this game up for the Bills. But right now, I can't take the Jets over the Bills, man, especially the Bills off a loss. Give me the Bills on the money line. Really don't love the game. I'll probably watch it for fun. And if something really jumps out or there's a ton of line value at halftime, maybe live betting this game is just the way to go. A bunch of scoring early, then you can kind of just rely on the game being grinded out in the second half. You could jump on like a live under. Maybe the defense of the Jets shows up in style, going absolutely all out, holding the Bills to a very, very low number in the first half. But at the same time, maybe that Jets offense continues to struggle, and they also might have a straight 0 on the scoreboard. You could hop on a live over at halftime at a very low number. Stuff like that. I think this is a live betting opportunity here. I'll be watching this one closely, but I do like the Bills right now. I'd have to go Bills money line. got to prove it to me, Jets, man. I just don't. The whole feeling and aura about this Jets franchise right now ain't good, man. Ain't good. Aaron Rodgers is just drama everywhere he goes, and that's not something I can bet on. So that's what I'm thinking, guys. That's it, baby. That's week 7. Week 6. Week 7 college, week 6 NFL. Again, guys, premium picks coming off a winning week. You see it there at the bottom of the screen. Gained 2 units of profit last week in the NFL. Looking to gain double-digit units of profit in the NFL this week. danspicks.net. Link in the description if you're interested. Otherwise, make sure you guys do hit that like button and put all your plays down in the comments below. Always love seeing your guys' parlays and your favorite plays of the week down in that comment section. I reply to every single comment. That's pretty much it. See you in the next video.